this effervescent Belgian side a little down. Company again. Shapley, one of the surprise players really in this World Cup to emerge, considering what an injury ravaged year he had at West Bromwich Albion. Who might give England a little more going forward from left back than they had from Ashley Young. Dealt from a long way out. Not a big Courtois like that. He's been in fine form at this tournament with some big saves. And Roberto Martinez have won 5 of their 6 games here in Russia. That's one failure. Sterling again, just finding that little pocket of space. That's better. Loftus-Cheek towards Kane, who's been shut out the argument so far. Trivia to play in Kane. Loftus-Cheek with the header. Better from England. Company's rolled back the years a little bit here after all his injury problems. Just not enough on that header really from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. De Bruyne. Looks a pretty open game, doesn't it? Tielemans. Tielemans again. He did start the first game a couple of weeks ago. Seems so much longer, doesn't it? Against England. Axel Witsel, across to Jan Vertonghen. Witsel again, and Meunier looking to get behind Harry Maguire. They're not really picking him up so far. Witsel. Chance going around the stadium of Russia. They did put up a bold show as the host nation. And they've been very warm hosts to us. De Bruyne with a lovely ball through Lukaku. Missing a chance to cut back Harry Kane's lead in the Golden Boot race. It is a marvellous ball, isn't it? Onside, no question. A bit of a heavy touch, in all honesty, from Lukaku, who started the tournament with 4 goals in the first couple of matches, hasn't been able to add to that. There's a better passer of a football around in the world than Kevin De Bruyne. Well, I haven't seen him, I don't think. Sterling seeming determined to play out from the back. That's the style that Gareth Southgate wanted. Started doing that last autumn and kept it that way as well. England did draw with Germany and Brazil and Spain over the last year or so on their build up to this tournament. Sterling. Loftus-Cheek, early ball. Spurs joining the attack. Delph, good footwork from him. Beautiful piece of play. Delph, by the way, is one of the leading group of 5 players who are often in consultation with the manager. Some other players have to come up the hard way. They have to get 3 buses and a train just to attend the Leeds Academy from his home. Maguire. It's Kane. Once again, Loftus-Cheek. Trippier. Loftus-Cheek again. It's gone past Vertonghen there, cuts it back. Company very glad just to get that behind for the corner. But it's quite a bold showing early on here from Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the 22-year-old. Took the eye in a wonderful eye-catching debut against Germany back in the autumn. And I think he's a definite part of England's future. You do have 1 or 2 coming through as well, England, for the future. Winners of the Under-20 World Cup last year. One name to definitely note in that squad, Phil Foden at Manchester City. Well, we've had this lecture a few times. Now the players talk, but don't forget there's the VAR watching you here. It's interesting to see how that is being used by the referees in that fashion. England so dangerous from these set pieces. Hold on, Maguire got the header in again. Already a scorer against Sweden. Knockout rounds of this tournament with his head. Shots on target in this match. It's more than they had in the whole match against Croatia. Just slightly got overrun in midfield in the last hour or so of that game by the clever Luka Modric and Ivan Rakitic. Sterling spreading the play, gently getting it away, but just starting to edge into the argument a little more. It's De Bruyne. He's taking on Dyer for pace. I don't think that was quite what Hazard meant. That's the back pass of the tournament, I think. Even he makes the odd mistake, which is kind of reassuring. Conditions for football. It's a beautiful summer's evening. Everybody in shirt sleeves. It's been an entertaining game as well so far. Illuminated by a 4th-minute goal from Thomas Meunier. Tielemans. Alderweireld has been unsettled at Tottenham Hotspur. Interesting to see if he moves in the next few weeks. Will do. Tielemans deflected off Danny Rose. Belgium very clever with their movement and craft. In this sort of situation, it was a measure of how good France's defence has been that they shut out this attack. Maguire found a good ball out of defence there. Sterling. And then Dolph was showing up pretty well now in that midfield. He's took a little bit of a knock to the neck, but he's okay. There's Kane. 6 goals for the tournament, and in the last 44 years, only one player has beaten that total in a single World Cup, and that was Ronaldo. Not Cristiano, El Ronaldo from Brazil back in 2003, got 8 in that tournament. Dyer to curl one into Sterling's path. He's done well there. It's a lovely ball. Kane! Big chance there for him to add to his tally. And by his own high standards, he's not been quite as sharp as he often is. Missed a big chance across the other night. And usually he's deadly in that kind of situation. Always hits the target, but didn't then. It's a bit of a misfit, really, as well. Good football, though, that for England. It really was. Once again, Sterling. He did score plenty of goals over the season for Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. That was an area of his game they really worked on, but it isn't happening for him for England, and there it didn't happen for Kane. De Bruyne, immediate Meunier behind Rose. England started the game in pretty sleepy fashion, but just beginning to switch on a little, maybe. And they're pretty desperate to show that their place in the semi-finals was no fluke. Stones again. Stones who struggled to get into the Manchester City side after Christmas last year. He did have a bit of an injury, but couldn't get back in the team for the champions. But automatic pick there for England. Delph. Rose. Sterling was possessed but only momentarily by Beatzel. England beginning to dominate possession. But we know how deadly Belgium can be on the counter. Ask Brazil about that. Jones couldn't pick up the run of Kieran Trippier. There's always a bit of an end of term feel about this particular weekend, but of course the major action is still to come, with France meeting Croatia in the final in Moscow tomorrow. And Lukaku, he's already had a big opportunity. Kane has as well. Kane has now gone 5 hours without a goal in this tournament, despite the fact that he is the top scorer in the tournament. He's got to cross him too long for Lukaku. Otherwise, England would be caught napping there. Rose just off the pace a couple of times under the eager attentions of Meunier. Again, here, I think Rose, he's come back in recent times from a crucial injury. He hasn't quite been able to recover full sharpness, which is why he hasn't had the left-back shirt for England at this World Cup. He's actually young, of course, at Manchester United. I think otherwise Rose would have been a shoo-in pre that injury. It takes a long, long time to get the confidence back. It used to be a career-ending injury for players in the old days. England is the subject of an upcoming bid of £50 million for Manchester United. Leicester City might play hard ball over that though. Jones to play it forward. Right around the corner, Sterling. Still a bit too much to do. Stones winning the header. Spotted wide. Lukaku and Stones. Our teammates at Everton, of course, is Chadley. Lukaku. Hazard again. Tielemans shot blocked. Typically stylish, inventive football from Belgium. Mr. Bruyne. Looking for the through ball for Hazard. This time Rose is alive to the danger. Both teams have used 21 of their 23 players at this tournament. And this fella's played every minute and has been one of the goalkeepers of the tournament, Jordan Pickford. Who spent his football education in Portugal. His mum worked on Euro 2004 there, and he grew up at the Sporting Lisbon Academy. An academy which produced Cristiano Ronaldo and Luis Figo to name just a couple. So that's footballing royalty, if you like. Beckham, which was down in the north of England. Berry used to watch David Beckham's crossing on tape as a kid. Here's Loftus-Cheek. England find a bit of punch to go with this possession.